from Unbreakable Strong Woman, coming to you today from Michigan to talk about Sapp, Marvin Sapp. I didn't talk about it yesterday because I know everybody was booming on it. I had stuff to do, and I didn't get on here and talk about it. But I'm going to show you a clipping from the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. And if you hear my grandbaby in the back, Sonny is having bath time, and he's loud when he has bath time. And I wanted to show you some clips on my TV. Otherwise, I would be in my office. But since I want to show stuff on my TV until I get my TV put up in my office, I have to do it this way, okay? Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? First one here, make sure you put that like when you walk in the door. Come on, I need y'all to make sure y'all push like and watch 2 videos a day. Don't forget y'all 2 videos a day now. And subscribe. I haven't been saying that. I need you all to subscribe. It's free. I mean, why not be a part of Unbreakable Strong Women? And later on today, I'm going to do a video about that, about women being strong and being weak. I gotta keep making these videos because I keep getting people coming at me sideways, and it ain't like I'm explaining myself, but I like for people to understand my point of view. And I am not bashing women, ladies. Why would I call myself Unbreakable Strong Women? Because that's what it is, Unbreakable Strong Women. And I'm bashing women. I'm sorry about Sonny. Oh my goodness, he getting louder and louder. He's in the bathtub, y'all, and he don't know how to act. So Sonny will be 1 in 2 weeks. He said he want a birthday gift from all y'all. But yeah, we'll talk about Marvin Sapp, and I'm gonna show a clipping from the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Who else seen the Rickey Smiley Morning Show? Oh, and several people send me cash apps. Thank you so much. Dang, I didn't write your name down. I'm going to write y'all names down because I know y'all like shout-outs. I received them with number love. Some of you sent it through the app on YouTube. I received it with nothing but love. Y'all do not know how y'all be saving your girl. I mean, I've been going through it. It seems like just when I get out of a hole, here come the devil again, and I just keep on climbing out. I'm like that donkey. Y'all know the story about the donkey. The more the farmer was throwing dirt on him, he kept stepping on top of the dirt. He threw some more, he stepped on top of the dirt. He threw some more, he stepped on top of the dirt. And then he threw so much dirt on that donkey, he rose him up to the top level of the ground, and the donkey just walked away. And the farmer looking like, how the heck he do that? The more dirt you throw on me, the more I'm going to step on until I rise your criticism, your hate, your dirt, and I'm just going to walk away. So that's how my life is. I'm like that donkey. The more dirt they throw on me, the more I rise. You hear me? And that's how you have to be with everything in life. Then I realized the more money you make, the more taxes you pay. What the hell? I'm going to move to Africa. Because this is crazy. The more you make, you think, I made it. I'm making good money. And then tax time comes. You like, wait a minute, Jesus. You didn't tell me this part. So anyway, I digress. Let's talk about Pastor Sapp. Y'all know he's originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan, my city. He went to Iroquois Junior High. He went to Ottawa Hills. Both of those are the schools I went to. He was a year or 2 ahead of me. And I was personal friends with Pastor Sapp in school. The brother used to walk me to my classes, and I don't have no reason to lie. He used to walk me to my classes. He used to mentor all the girls. We going through stuff. We called him Church Boy. He's the one that could sing gospel and love the Lord, and we were kids, so we always went to Pastor Sapp with our problems. So when I talk about Marvin, and that's what I know him by, trust and believe, I'm not dogging you, my brother. You my homeboy. You part of my childhood. And I will not dog you out like that. I don't want to see nothing bad to come to Marvin at all. Because I have to live in this city. I see his family. I see his brother. I just seen his brother at the post office a couple of weeks ago. I mean, we family around here. It's a small city, compared to Detroit. We the second largest, but it's actually small. And everybody know everybody. So I don't want nothing bad to come from this. Not to mention, All his members, I am burning up in this house. It's cold outside, y'all. And my stupid butt went and put on this dang sweater, and I'm hot as hell. But had the members at the church all went to high school together. We all went to school together. So anywhere I go, I'm gonna run into somebody that know Pastor Sapp. So I'm not trying to talk about you, Marvin, in a negative light, but as a friend, a childhood friend. My opinion, you were wrong. Rickey Smiley claimed to be your friend, but he only know you as a grown man in Hollywood. Rickey Smiley claiming to be a friend, but I don't understand how, Rickey. How are you claiming to be his friend when you're not telling him the truth? Only friends tell you the truth, and he could take this like a grain of salt because half the city mad at him right now. Half the city mad at him because they like, wait a minute, you went Hollywood on us like that? You doing the stuff that all these people in Hollywood doing? You ain't from nothing like that. Come on, bring it back down, Marvin. Come on back to reality. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood, I think, make people start believing they're God. They bigger than life. The money, the fame. From my understanding, he even said he just recently made an R&B CD just to see if he could do it. If that's what I got out of his story. I'm like, what? Then he performed at Diddy's 50th birthday party. What? Then Pastor Jamal Bryan's wife, allegedly, was just dating Marvin Sapp. And Pastor Jamal Bryan and Marvin Sapp are good friends. What? So I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on here? So I'm going to show y'all what Rickey Smiley had to say about Pastor Sapp on my TV. Because y'all know I don't edit. Not yet. I'm going to show y'all what he had to say. And I'm going to have to stop it every few minutes. Hey, Goldilocks. Hey, Goldie. Hey, TK. How y'all doing? Mercer? Is that your name? How you doing? Janice, how you doing? She said, yes, she saw the Rickey Smiley Morning Show, Pastor Sapp. Put your opinion on what's your thoughts. Do you think it's justifiable now? Because some people say, man, now I understand. Maybe I was too hard on him. And we all went to church. We know the protocol of church. So people started to change their mind. And then other people say, nah, bro, you still did what you did. So I want y'all to put y'all opinion when y'all watch this on his explanation of why he did what he did. Then I'm going to give y'all my thoughts. In the meantime, I'm going to stop it every few minutes. And this is for fair use only, giving credit to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Please go over to Rickey Smiley and subscribe to his channel and join his show. I'm not taking no credit from no brother, no sister, nobody. This is just for entertainment purposes, okay? Check out Rickey Smiley. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
And pastor of the Chosen Vessel Church in Fort Worth, Texas. Joining us this morning is a friend of the show, Marvin Sapp. And good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you. And listen, let me say this. I'm not here to exploit this situation. You are my friend. Thank you, sir. And I'm a real friend. I'm a loyal friend. You understand? And I haven't even talked to you this week. No, I know your phone was blowing up, but I had sense enough that everything that you sat here and said in the commercial break, I already knew. You don't have to explain that to me. I grew up in the church. And in your own way. In your own way. Let's start with the attacks that are on you and the death threats on you and your family.
Well, let me just start.
Whatever way you want to start.
Let me just start by saying first, Rickey, I thank you for this opportunity.
Yes, sir.
You know, I thank you for the opportunity to be able to come on your show and for you to use your platform to give me a chance to just, add some context.
Yeah.
Some context and clarity to, a clip that, a whole lot of people have seen. Sadly,
I just read somebody said they didn't know it was a year old. Yes, let's clear that up. It hasn't been exactly a year. This was like in September, I think. I'm shocked too. I thought this was new. But they'll let you know when people get mad at you or they start hating on you, they bring up stuff they pre-recorded. You hear me? They will bring up stuff And this is why people record stuff, you guys. I keep telling y'all, this is why people keep track record. Just in case that's that collateral. Why this just coming up? I don't know. Let's find out. Hold on. Oops, hold on. I'm messing up.
One of the things that has happened is, people have created a narrative that is absolutely not true. Number one, the narrative was created, excuse me, that I raised the money at my church, that I kept the people at my church hostage until I raised $40,000 for me. That's the narrative that has been shared. That there are a lot of folks up in my church that, I made them give $40,000 and I wouldn't allow them to leave until they gave it to me. And to be honest with you, that is absolutely false.
Yeah.
Number one, that offering was taken last year. This was a service that happened last August. Number two, it didn't happen at my local church. It actually happened at a national organization's international meeting where churches from all over the country, all over the world came together for the purpose of celebrating the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Okay. First, let me address James. James said, let me read what James White said. He said, all I was saying to you is if someone is doing something wrong, God will handle them. We are human beings going through a human experience. James, that's true to a certain extent. When you a shepherd of a church, you cannot do wrong and say, I'm just human. God holds the shepherd at a higher standard. Your job is to lead and direct and make sure that the sheep is not led astray. You can't do what the sheep do and then say, I'm just human. Because you're going to be judged differently from the Lord. That's just how it goes. I know y'all want to say, he's only a man. No. He took an oath under God to lead the people. This is why they cannot fraternize at certain events. Like people say, well, Pastor T.D. Jakes was just dancing at an event. You can't do certain things when you have different positions in life. When I was in management, I couldn't go to the employees' personal parties. It's called fraternizing. I would lose my job. So it's certain things in life has to have an order. So you can't do wrong, James, and then use justification, I'm human. You cannot do that. That's like me going out there and robbing the bank and say, well, I'm just human, Your Honor, so I'm going to jail. You see what I'm saying? We all just human, but we know better as human beings things not to do. So we got to stop making excuses that I'm just a man. Come on, man. We know better. He knows better. Now, what he just said, let me tell you why I disagree. He made the excuse that it's not his church. So he just fabricated that he did not keep people against their will. Now, this is exactly what Diddy is getting charged for. Y'all pay attention. This is what Diddy is getting charged for. Trafficking against somebody's will. And this is Diddy offense. I had a party. I told them what it was going to be about. They came and I invited workers and they participated free will. Pastor Sapp is saying, I was at somebody's church at an event and it was about celebrating the Lord Jesus Christ. But then money came in. He didn't lead this part. He didn't say this, but I'm saying it. The money came in. We didn't raise enough money that we wanted to raise, so I told the ushers to close the doors. And this the part I don't agree with him when he said I didn't hold them against their will. Who know the protocol of church? Tell me, who knows the protocol of church? When the pastor say close the doors, it ain't no movement going on. Nobody coming in and nobody going out. You hear me? Unless they want to really just curse somebody out and push them out the way. The ushers stand in front of those doors like armed guards until the pastor say, open the doors of the church. Am I wrong? So when he said close those doors, he closed them for a purpose. I want $40,000. Then he wanted on to say, he gonna say it in a minute. You can leave when you pass in front of the front of the altar. You can leave. Because that's where the buckets are. Once you drop your money, you can go on out the door. So if that's not holding somebody against the wheel, what is it?
People took issue with me saying shut the doors. Understand, I never said lock the doors. Yeah. I said shut the doors. Shutting doors mean that people still have the ability to go in and out.
You hear that?
They've taken issue with my tone. And I can honestly say, you know, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more assertive than I should have been. And I can apologize for that. You know, I can apologize for that. But three things I need to make sure that people understand. Number one, the $40,000, if it was $40,000 that was raised, was never given to me. That money was raised for the purpose of taking care of the budget for their conference.
Another lie. Who been to a conference? When you have a conference at a church, you have special guests coming in like Pastor Marvin Sapp. And Pastor Marvin Sapp's not cheap. You hear me? It was several pastors up there that had to get paid. So when he was calling for $40,000, trust and believe the trustees had already been in the back because they had already collected money. Counted the money, gave them the totals, came out and told the pastors, this is what we raised. And they realized this ain't enough to pay everybody. Because Pastor Sapp by himself probably was $15,000, $20,000. So what did he do? Oh, we need $40,000 more dollars. He never said why they were raising that money. Now he's trying to say it was for the conference. For what conference? I mean, who gonna get it? Somebody gonna get the money. What the conference gonna do with the money? We're here to celebrate the Lord, right? So why are we paying all this money?
Not Marvin Sapp. Number two, it didn't happen at my church. It happened in Baltimore. Number three, you know, people take issue with me being firm with the ushers. Anybody that goes to church, ushers one-on-one, that's the first thing they teach you as being an usher, is that there are 3 times you don't walk. You don't walk during the altar call. You don't walk during prayer. You don't walk during the offering. One of the reasons being is because of this.
He about to lie real big right here, y'all. Now, I'm sure this had happened at several churches before. But it's nothing like always happen to the degree you have to be worried. Listen to this.
Sacredness of the moment. But it's also about security. As a pastor, that churches are being robbed at gunpoint. It's happened.
How many churches you went to out of your life and it was robbed at gunpoint? Tell me how many of you watching that go to church or visited churches and you were robbed at gunpoint? You hear what he just said? Pretty much I wanted the doors closed because churches get robbed at gunpoint. Now, this is a pastor that I know for a fact. I heard him say it out of his own mouth, but I'm still going to say alleged. At the church here in Grand Rapids. Had his ushers and security walking around with pawpaws. And used to tell us, my boys got pawpaws. And my mother one Sunday was there and heard him and said, I thought he was covered by the blood. You mean he don't trust God? So, I don't know.
All over the country. This is not something I'm making up. This is factual. So if you got 5,000 people in the room, you want the doors closed. You don't want the doors locked. I couldn't get them locked anyway. It's a convention center. But the doors needed to be closed, and there was a lot of pandemonium stuff that was going on out there. But I wanted to share that first. But that ain't even the reason why I'm here. Here's the reason why I'm here. The reason why I'm here is because what has happened is people have taken clickbait and made something out of it that it isn't.
Someone asked me, Buddy. No, not Buddy. Who was this? Carolyn said, do they get paid before the conference? I'm not sure when they get paid, but I know it's a $ sign on what they get paid. It just say they do get paid. That still don't mean the pastor speaking is not going to have a call for more money to make up what they got paid. And then I was told at a conference, even after they get paid, they get a percentage of the giving, the tithing. They get a percentage. So the more they receive, the more the speakers receive. So he's sitting here trying to act like he did this conference for free. And he's going to go on and say how his money came from his music. Now tell me this. If you're an artist and you're making millions of dollars from your music, because I'm sure he did, why would you go on and preach for free? Because this is what he's going to say. Y'all going to hear it. Listen.
And because of that, my church has been getting phone calls. People have called my church and cussed me out. My staff are afraid.
One more. I got to keep stopping, y'all. He's about to say something that I personally don't believe. You guys can believe it if you want to, but it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I can understand somebody calling the church, cursing them out. I can understand people mad, saying they'll never come back to his church. But this part he about to say, I don't believe it.
Because I've received death threats.
Death threats.
Over $20 and shut the door.
Who believe that? He said he receiving death threats about people being mad. He told people don't leave the church. Now, do that sound believable? I just don't personally believe that. Who would be that mad that they say, I'm going to delete you, Pastor Sapp, because you wouldn't let them people out that church? And he didn't say a death threat. He said, I received death threats. Several people calling his church want to delete him for tithing and offering. I don't believe it.
People have come to our campus. They have come to my church to try to cause problems, issues, challenges. And again, my children, I don't look at comments. We was talking about this. I don't read comments. When you got millions of followers, you ain't got time to read all the comments. You just don't have it. Right. My children do. And they are afraid. And the reason being is because I'm their only parent. I'm a widower. They're afraid for my safety. So now we've had to update and increase security and all the things I've never had to do before because of the vitriol and the anger that people have shown, the things that they've said in my
Exactly. Sympathy, y'all. He said that, and like I said, I grew up with this dude. I would not try to do anything to bring harm to Pastor Sapp. But that's sympathy right there with the death threats. That's how I feel, my personal opinion. You know why I believe it's sympathy? Because right after that, what did he say? My children are afraid. I'm their only parent. Everybody know he lost his wife. So now, not only I'm getting death threats, my kids can lose their last parent. So it's sympathy.
Thread and stuff, and all of this is because of a misunderstanding. And I'm not blaming people. Let me be clear. I'm not blaming anybody because of their misunderstanding. I'm just saying in all you'll get an understanding. And if I'm sharing with you that the $40,000 that I was trying to raise, and again, I don't know if the organization got 40, 10, 20, any of, I don't know. I'm hoping that I actually raised more money so that I can help the organization that has been such a great support to me. And again, let's be clear. Not a dime of that money. Not a dime of that money came to me. Not a dime.
Did y'all just hear that lie? Not a dime of the money came to him. Okay. Let me tell you about city slick people and people that know how to manipulate. They know word games. They know how to be slick with words. Just like he said, I didn't say lock the doors. I said shut the doors. I didn't get none of that money, but guess what I did get? I got paid for being there. See, he's not saying he got paid. He just said I didn't get a dime, like he didn't get paid for none of this. Now, we know dang on well when the pastors come to conferences, they get paid. That's how you get your money. But he wants us to believe he went for free because he wanted to celebrate the Lord. So if you went for free to celebrate the Lord, Why do the people got to pay? That's what I want to know. And then, if you didn't get the money, why did you say this, Pastor Sapp? It pays to be up here. Did y'all hear that part? He said it pays to be up here in this pulpit. So if y'all pastors put y'all 20 back in y'all pocket, I need 100 from y'all. Didn't he say that? So who was getting the money?
And where did your money come from?
I've been blessed. I've been extremely blessed. I've sold millions of records. Millions. I'm a songwriter.
Another lie. I got to keep stopping every time I hear a lie. Rickey Smiley said, so where did your money come from? He stumbled. I've been blessed. I've been blessed. I sold millions of copies of records. So you didn't get no money, Pastor Sapp. Nowhere on file have you ever received money for preaching. And he said he lied.
How much have you gotten paid from? And we on radio live.
Right.
How much have you gotten paid from your church? I'm just saying.
Okay. So
I'm sorry. I know y'all get mad at me. Here come one of the biggest lies. Listen to what he said about our church in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the church he had in Grand Rapids. Listen to this.
What you said.
I'm gonna tell you. What people don't know is that I pastored 16 years in the city of Grand Rapids, Michigan. I founded my church. I pastored 16 years. We had a great church. Still have a great church there. 16 years of pastoring. I never got paid a dime. That's a fact. 16 years. You can call the church. You can ask them. I pastored the Lighthouse for Life Center Church in Grand Rapids, Michigan for free for 16 years. 9 years of those 16 years, I gave a minimum of $30,000 a month.
He said for 16 years in Grand Rapids, Michigan, he never got paid for pastoring that church, the Lighthouse. Instead, he paid $30,000 to the church. So he gave $30,000 to the church because all his money came from music.
To my church. 30 grand a month to my church to ensure that the church could go forward. We had a lot of stuff. I had a college campus that we had bought. We had 3 other campuses. And my membership had dwindled after my life had passed because
Now, the campus he talked about, my son went to one of those campuses. He went to the junior high school that Pastor Sapp and Melinda Sapp opened. And the reason I sent my son there, because I thought it was going to be like a charter school. It would be better than public schools. It was more chaos at that school than it was at the public school. My son ended up getting his life threatened. He was so scared. He was getting bullied. I called Pastor Sapp, couldn't reach him. So one day my son went to school with a screwdriver, and it was summer school, and the teacher seen him with it. They called every police officer in the city, and my son at the time was in the 6th grade, I think. And I got called from work. My daughter runs up there. They got my baby in the back of the police car. Pastor Sapp was called. He had his secretary handle it. So he was expelled from that school for having a screwdriver, protecting himself because he was afraid because he was getting bullied. But when I tried to rectify it, I couldn't reach Pastor Sapp. I couldn't reach Melinda. So I did the best I could by reporting it. Then he told the children, if you join my school, once a month, I'm going to bring a celebrity here, basketball player for the sports, whoever, to meet the kids, to mentor them and talk to them, and, because he had the power to do that. Never once, nobody came. My son was one of his top football players for his school. He had, I still got the letter somewhere, Aquinas College and Grand Valley College looking at him all the way in the 6th grade. 6th, 7th, was he 7th grade? No, he was in the 8th grade. 8th grade. And they said if he keep up the good work, we'll give him a scholarship if he keep up his grades and keep going like he's going. When he got expelled out that school, and I ended up letting him go to public school, everything went downhill for my son from there. So he did have a campus here, but that was my experience with it. And I'm not blaming him. What happened, but it was bullying going on and nobody rectified it.
And to travel more in order to take care of me and my kids.
Right.
So, my membership, it dwindled. but we never lost anything. And as a matter of fact, this is factual. The day I announced the new pastor, I burned the mortgage of the church. When I left Grand Rapids, I left my church not only debt-free, but I left them with 6 figures in the bank and put a brand new pastor in and walked away and moved to Texas.
Now let me talk about that. I wasn't a member, but I know a whole lot of people that was members. I don't know if Pastor Sapp is aware of this, but a lot of his members were pissed at him. Just like another church from a black pastor I grew up with here left his members and went to Chicago. They thought it was so horrible for him to choose money and a mega church over their church. He was so upset they were so upset about that a lot of people did not stay at that church. He just up and left them. Now, how he left him in what position, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how he left him and what position he left him in. But he did leave his church behind. Hold on, my grandkids just walked in.
I'm not trying to take advantage of people. That's never been my passion. I'm serious about ministry. And let me go one step further. There's a whole lot of other pastors around here that are doing the same thing. Most pastors in America are bivocational, meaning they have jobs outside of their churches. The average church size in America is only 75 people. Look it up. It's factual. So we're not getting rich off the church. I am bivocational. I'm a duck.
Another lie. They're not getting rich off the church. If you go back and you look at the beginning of Pastor T.D. Jakes, he gives his testimony on how he started in a small church. Him and his wife were so poor, they barely could put Pampers on their kids. Now he's a multi-millionaire. You look at Benny Hinn and all of them. They're millionaires with private jets. So where their money coming from? They not gospel artists like Pastor Sapp. He pretty much saying people not making money off the church. But the pastors seem to have on Rolex, Cartiers, driving Bentleys, Pastor Sapp, driving Cadillacs, big houses. Where the money coming from then?
To employee at my church. I have a syndicated radio show that I do every week to over 60 different markets. I own real estate. I have mutual funds. I have annuities. I have stocks. I play the market. I took my money and I didn't trick it.
Money that you made from
Money that I made from music, from hit records. I'm one of the only gospel artists with billions of streams.
and you toured.
And I tour. I just came off of a tour.
Sure.
That I made tons of money on. And I'm at the crib right now chilling because I don't have to go on tour. I can wait and do my next day. I can
Basically, you're saying all that to say you don't need no $40,000.
I don't.
Got it.
And I'll take it if they gonna give it to me. But I did not raise this money.
Bragging, right.
And that was a program that helped you get to where you
They
are.
gave me a platform. This organization is an organization I grew up in. It's a church organization I grew up in. And I'm appreciative. The reason why I'm gonna bring up the organization because
Gino, close that door.
the thing is these people gave me a platform, man. And the reason why I'm known today is because of the opportunities that this organization gave me. So for me to go back and be a
Yes, he said I played the market. And he said, and I didn't trick off my money. Did y'all hear him say that? So he's saying that because he know me and the pastors that trick off their money. You know, the David Ruffin shoes I be talking about. He said he played the market. He sure did just say that. And that is being boastful. Because you didn't have to say all that, where your money come from, and I'm chilling at home. And that's being boastful.
to preach and raise finances and give back to them so that they don't have to go in debt. Listen, one of the most devastating things about this whole situation, the circumstance, is that I'm literally praying for all of those who have actually spread it. Like if I was a weak guy, if I was a very weak person with all of the things that people have said in my comments and stuff like that, that my members of my church have read, that my children have read, you know, people commit suicide on stuff like this.
Sure.
From this type of attack. And I know for a fact that there are some individuals that really don't have a clear understanding of the systems of the church. But then I know that there are some individuals that are listening even as I speak that have been church hurt, and that's the reason why.
My question, if I was Rickey Smiley, would be, if none of these pastors getting paid, if it's not about money, why do y'all always have most of your sermons about money? Prosperity. Telling people, you want a breakthrough? I dare you to put $100 up here for a breakthrough. Where is the money going in? Who getting the money? That's what the pastors ain't getting it. The members sure not getting it. We got members that's homeless. The community not getting it, and you sure ain't putting a new doorknob on the church door. I mean, where is the money going? You got to explain something. You saying y'all not getting it, the members not getting it, the community not getting it. Maybe they sending it to Jesus. Is that it? They may just be sending it to Jesus. I didn't think about that.
They have a certain level of vitriol and bitterness as it pertains to the church. This particular situation for me is a church hurting situation because I did something for the church, but I'm taking abuse because of it. I just want people to really understand that this is something that we shouldn't do. Make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you check out everything first. Make sure that you examine the information with clarity and context before you begin to share. Now, honestly, let me be real, Rick. Some of this stuff is funny. They got this one meme that I was laughing this morning looking at with the Teddy Pendergrass fur coat on, and it got at the bottom of my face, said close the door. It's hilarious. And because I have a sense of humor, right, I can laugh at that kind of stuff. Everybody ain't able to handle that. And you all have to really, really be cognizant of it. You got to think about before you repost, before you slander, before you go in people's comments and say vile and this vitriol stuff. Make sure you know for a fact. All right, y'all. Man, love you, man. I love you too. Thank you so much. Marvin Sapp, y'all.
All right, G, I'm almost done. All right, y'all. I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. I ain't gonna be long, but I just personally don't believe all that because I have been in churches several times. I grew up in church. I have heard them ask for money. Pastor Sapp forgot he had Pastor T.D. Jakes here, and I was there that day. And I specifically, this is not even alleged, remember him saying, we're not going to embarrass our city by sending Pastor Bishop back with less than 20,000. And he kept on asking for offering. It's that big can, it's a spray. No, the other one, that too. So I personally know this is not right. No. So I didn't heard them ask for money. I didn't, I know what they do with the money because I see the pastors' lives changing. If you watch a younger pastor, what do that say? Do that say that? When you watch younger pastors and how they start, and then you see them as the years go on, and you see how they start to live, you notice the money coming in. And the money is going to the pastors because it's still members still catching the bus to church. It's people that's been in churches for 10, 15 years, and they still catching the bus. They still struggling. They still stagnant. Nothing coming up out of giving and tithing because you got to make sure you giving and tithing to good seed, good ground. And he can't sit here and tell me that pastors don't use the manipulation. Pastors don't act like they don't just act like they pastors, they act like they own you. I know a church here, the pastors told all the women, he better not catch them with no wigs on, no makeup, no lashes, and nothing in church. And most of all the women cut their hair off. It was like a cult. So I know how they get in their heads and make them believe stuff. And then they start to believe the more I give, the more I'm closer to my breakthrough. Oh, my husband coming. They started really believing that mess. So And if you're not getting the money, Pastor, why are you asking for it? If all this is free and all we got to do is pay the utility bills in the church, why do you need $40,000? Somebody needs something. So his explanation didn't make no logical sense. Instead of him just saying, I was wrong. I shouldn't have did. They got that door open. I was wrong. I shouldn't have never said that. We needed the money because we needed to pay the pastors. There's a bunch of us was there, and we didn't come up with all the money to pay the pastors for the conference. So I need to raise a little bit more money. I shouldn't have been that forceful, but you know, all the pastors up there had to be, huh? I don't think that's it. No, it's in a gallon, Gino. It's in a jug with the spray. I'm sorry, it's my son. So I just gotta believe that's what he should have said. It came off wrong, y'all. We did need the money to pay the pastors. We wanted to make sure the bishop of the church was good. We wanted to make sure we had food for everybody afterwards. We wanted to make sure everybody travel was comfortable in their hotel rooms, and we just didn't have enough money. So that's why I continued to ask for money, and it came off wrong. I do apologize. It won't happen again, and we do love you. If you need anything, just call us. We got you. That's all he had to say. Because he know damn well the money was for the pastors. Why lie about it? Why bring up Melinda and make everybody feel bad for you because your wife is gone? Melinda died in 2010. I went to her funeral. It was horrible. I loved his wife. I went to school with Melinda. She died a year after my mom. My son David went, and I was with Jean at the time. We all went to the funeral. It was the most saddest thing ever. But everybody done lost somebody, Pastor Sapp. Everybody lost somebody. I can't keep doing wrong and say, well, my mama died. You know my daddy died. So my kids worried since they lost their grandparents, they gonna lose me too. They will lose me one day. Ain't no if, ands, or buts. I mean, it's gonna happen. You hear me? So by saying that, he's looking for sympathy. Oh, those poor kids. Oh, people need to stop. You know that man raised them kids by themselves. I know a guy that lived across the street from me, the Mannings. His wife passed, having his last son, who was Derek, my age. She died, I think Derek was 6 months. So he ended up being a widow with 5 kids. They was the most well-mannered kids in the neighborhood. To this day, they still respectful. And I never, ever heard Mr. Manning say, everybody in the neighborhood need to give to my family. The church need to give because I'm a single dad. Never one time. Never. So I don't, it's a lot of single parents out here. Some people, other parent is on crack. You know, they prostitutes. They strung out, and life goes on. But he just keep using her name to me to get what he wanted. It ain't right. It's not right because we all loved Melinda. We all miss Melinda. But I miss my mom and dad too. My life would be totally changed if my mom and dad was here. But every time I get in the bind, like they just took my money out the bank, I never got on here and said, man, I lost my mama, my daddy, my sister, my niece. I went through a bad divorce. My life just, man, and my kids nervous because stuff like this happened to me. They might think I might delete myself. Did y'all hear him say that? Stuff like this can cause somebody to commit suicide. You a pastor. You know better. Why would you even say that, sir? I mean, why is people following you if you that weak-minded? Because people mad at you about money, you might just delete yourself. You shouldn't be leading nobody. Because a real man of God would just come out and be real. Just be real. You hear me? Just be real. I made a mistake. That's when you use I'm human. I made a mistake. And yes, the man in me came out and it came off wrong. He did apologize for being aggressive. But then he caught himself. I ain't gonna be that weak. I was aggressive, but it's protocol. You contradicting yourself. You said that people had a right to leave when they want to, but then it's protocol when you're praying and collecting money, everybody sits still. So which one is it? And he said, all y'all about to do is go out to eat. So that means I'm holding you because you ain't got nothing to do. I don't care if I'm gonna go outside and pick my nose. You ain't got no right to tell me until you pass from around the front and go out. You stuck here. No. No. So, Pastor Sapp, much as I care about you as a friend growing up with you, I don't know you as a grown man. I don't. I disagree with you. I totally disagree with you. You was wrong, and that was not an apology to the people. Take that bag out, G. It was not an apology to the people. To me, it was nothing but excuses, and you wanted sympathy. You wanted everybody to feel sorry for you and not feel sorry for the people whose money got taken. And a lot of people money get took in church because they're so weak. And this is why I do my podcast. I be wanting people to think outside the box. I want people to have common sense. I want people to stand 10 toes down on what they believe and know right from right and wrong from wrong. That's why I do my podcast. I don't have time for weak people coming making excuses about baby daddies, about Donald Trump, about my pastor, about Diddy. Y'all think I be victim shaming. No, I don't be victim shaming. I'm like, come on, where your common sense at, sis? Speaking of Diddy, real quick, and I gotta go. I got something to do. Do y'all know Diddy defense is pretty much free will? From what I just heard on TMZ today, there's 3 witnesses. There's 3 victims. And Diddy team is not playing. Because Diddy defense is those 3 women knew about the parties. They knew what happens. They knew what happens at my parties. They knew I had ex-workers coming in. They knew that I always ask them to participate. They accepted $250,000 a month to participate at my parties. That's no different than hiring a stripper. And his biggest defense is, every witness you have was my girlfriend. So I'm not saying that he might walk. I'm not saying he might not walk. Every witness they have used to date Diddy. And now I'm starting to believe one of them was J-Lo. Because I know for sure Cassie is one. Who else did Diddy date? Kim Porter gone. J-Lo and Young Miami. Anybody else, it may be from way back when we don't know about. And then he had another baby mama. But that's a great defense. I dated you. You gave me girlfriend allowance. We had parties, and at the parties, we were freaks. His defense attorney is cold work. He the one just got off Melly, the one to go with Rihanna. He just got him off. The brother ain't for no game. He from the mafia. He broke it down. He said if they cannot prove that Sean Puffy Combs put a pawpaw to their head, forced them to do something, they don't have a case. That's how I see it. If they don't see it, that he was forcefully making them women do anything, they don't have a case. And the same thing with the church, to be honest. If you're not forced, if somebody didn't make you do something, you're accountable for yourself. You grown as heck. If I was in the church that day and pastors have asked for $20 more, and I know I already gave what I said I was coming to give, we would have been sitting there all day. I would have looked at him like, you ain't getting nothing from me. I ain't walking past nowhere. If you did it, that's your prerogative. So it's really not a crime that was made. It was just left a bad taste in people's mouth. That is not how God operates. But it really wasn't a crime that was committed. People like, you should have called the police. The police were like, well, did you try to leave out the door? No. Well, how you gonna say he held you against your will if you didn't try to leave out the door? You didn't have to sit there. I done seen people leave in the middle of the sermon. When you got something to do, some people got to go to work. They can't be there all day. They'll take off. They don't stand around. So this situation is really senseless. It only opens your eyes to the truth. It only opens your eyes that the church play money games. But no crime was made. It's sad that we cannot go to church and really receive the word instead of motivational speaking. It's sad that we can't go to church and get help with a bill or get leadership on how not to go broke. Now, he said he got all these investments, right? He said he got all this stuff he's doing to make money. Why is people in your church broke? Is it his responsibility? No, I'm not saying that. But you're a teacher. You should have a class where you're teaching people how to make money, how to invest, how not to struggle. But no, instead, you constantly teaching greed. Give me money, give me money, give me money. You're not teaching them how to keep some money in their pocket, how to change their life. Put that chicken in the refrigerator, Gino. How to be a different person. How not to meet the same kind of brothers. You should have people that you hire that give a class on Thursday on etiquette, how to dress, how to speak. That's what a leader's supposed to teach you, how to survive in every area of life. This is why I don't go to church no more. I know I'm making excuses, but this is why I don't. I get tired of going there and just getting motivated and don't have the tools on how to use what I need to use to be that person that they motivate me to be. How many of you right now don't know nothing about Krugs? You don't know nothing about Krugs. So if somebody come, no, I ain't gonna say somebody, say you go in your alley and you see a big old briefcase with coca plant, crack cocaine, just kilos in a briefcase. You bring it in your house. You and your friends get together, your church girls be like, girl, I just found all these kilos. We rich. They're like, we rich? Day one pass, day two, a week pass, a month pass. It's still in that bag. We know this is some money, but we don't know how to turn this crux into money. We know if we turn this into money, we're rich. We got the supply, but we don't know how to use it. You see what I'm saying? So just because you telling somebody, do this, this, and this, and you're not showing them or teaching them, what they gonna do with it? Same with the Krugs. I got the Krugs, but I don't know how to sell them. Somebody right now can not even kilos. Somebody can come give me a pound of weed right now. I wouldn't even know what to do with it. They're like, Nina, I ain't got cash, but here, you can sell this and pay your bills. They gonna come back. My bills still ain't gonna be paid. You ain't doing, I don't know what to do with this. So that's what I'm saying. Just because they telling you, you gotta start loving yourself. You gotta start dressing like you already got it. You gotta start walking in your truth. They can tell you all of that. But if they don't show you how to dress, they don't show you how to walk in your truth, Gino, shut the door. They don't show how to believe in yourself. What you gonna do with it? I'm sorry I interrupted you. What you gonna do with it? So that's why you have people that go to churches and they've been in there for years with no growth. Because they just keep hearing good stuff and don't know what to do with it. But it feels good to hear it. And you leave every Sunday motivated, don't you? Oh, I got it this time, Lord. Oh, I ain't dealing with no nonsense. This is my week. This is a new week, Jesus. And you come back Sunday with your head down again. They motivate the heck out of you, but didn't show you how to use it. That's what you call a motivational speaker. You got to give people the tools. You hear me? They need the tools. If my parents didn't teach me how to fish, if my parents didn't put the fear of God in me and the faith of God in me, I would have been broken down, messed up, suicidal. I would have been messed up a long time ago. But they left me with a mental toolbox. You got to have that mental toolbox. And that mental toolbox come in handy sometimes. Let me show you. Just in my purse, my mental toolbox. I'm in church. I'm listening to Pastor Sapp. And all of a sudden, the mental toolbox come in hand. He said, you can't leave till you get 40,000. You looking in your purse like, my mental toolbox said I can do whatever I want to do, and I ain't got to listen to this fool. So my mental toolbox, this tool right here, I'm going to sit my cute self right here in my Sunday best till everybody else walk around, them doors open, because I'm not getting up. I don't care if I'm the last one sitting. You can look at me, roll your eyes, and say what you want to say. But I done gave what I gave. And if you say something to me, I'm going to let you know that. I done gave what I gave already, Pastor. I done respected you not to get up because your doors is closed. So I'm going to wait till the church doors open. So I'm going to sit right here and wait till you open the doors. And if you don't open them in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to open the doors. That's what this mental toolbox is right here. It's called common sense. You got to have different things in that mental toolbox or you're going to be messed up in life. You hear me? You will be messed up in life without the mental toolbox. I used it the other day, y'all. Didn't I tell you they took my money out the bank? I was down to nothing. I had enough to pay my rent. At first, the devil set in. You gonna take all your money and pay your rent? Or you gonna hold on to it until you get some more money because you don't want to be broke? You need to buy a little more groceries. Yeah. You need to pay your cell phone bill. You need to pay your storage bill, your P.O. box. You mean you should take that money and pay one bill? That's what the devil was saying to me. And then I went in my mental toolbox. I said, okay, I can take my rent money and make sure, because, you know, the bank took all my money, to make sure that I got a cell phone, to make sure that my P.O. box is paid, my car insurance, you know, I need a little extra money. I don't want to be flat broke, Lord. So I'm going to pinch off my rent money and pay all the other stuff. And then common sense came in. Do you want to be homeless again? Did you forget how it felt to be in that car? Because if you don't pay your rent, you're going to be in that car with your cell phone, with a P.O. box, with your insurance paid, but you're going to be in that car. So which bill more important? Can I go a few days without my cell phone? Uh-huh. Can I go without the internet? Uh-huh. Can I go without car insurance? I ain't supposed to, but hey, if I have to, I have to. But will I be warm, Lord? Will I be in a dwelling? So I had to go ahead and pay my bill. I thought about everything and said, let me call the bank. Could you send Mr. Willie this cashier check? I know my dang on account haven't been this low in a long time, and I know it look real dark, but trust and believe God go fill it back up. Just go and do what I say, please. You sure? I'm positive. Oh, it's some more coming. As long as I'm vertical, as long as I'm walking around here, it's more to come. Money always gonna flow my way. That's why I don't trip with people. That's why I don't fall out with people over money. Money will come my way. God is a man and he shall not lie. He said, I'm your provider and I'm your protector. I'm going to provide all your needs according to my will. But you have to live like I tell you to live. You have to do what I tell you to do. If I say pay your rent and trust me, you better pay your rent and trust me. See, a lot of people want to trust the Lord. Lord. And I gotta call David Ruffin Shoes to come over here and trick with me. I need my rent money. Let me call my landlord and see can I do some special favors. I ain't never ever in my life done special favors for money. Nope, never will. I promise you I won't. The only way I can even imagine going that low to do a special favor if me and my kids is on the curve, not in a car. We on the curve. It's cold outside, and I'm looking in my purse, and I don't have no more mental tools. I'm flat broke. We hungry, and we cold. That's the only way. And I still wait till the last minute till my feet about to fall off. That's the only way. Because if we in the car and I got a few dollars, we finna eat some potato chips, drink some hot chocolate or some soda. We'll eat some buns, get a bunch of covers, and we gonna be in there like this until somebody come help us or something happen. We still gonna be surviving. You hear me? But see, I wouldn't be like the mother that was in Detroit. And I'm not blaming her, but that wouldn't have been me. My kids would have died in that van. Now, they would have probably found my body in the van, but my kids would have been in there with me. If it get that bad, people, listen to me. If it get that bad, go drop your kids off at the fire department. Go drop them at grandmama's house. Take them to a local school. I don't care if you got to walk up and stop and go to the cashier and say, I can't handle my kids no more. I'm poor, I'm cold. Could you please call the authorities? I'm gone. You have to do something to get your kids to safety. Go to your neighbors. Your neighbors know you. Go to your neighbors and tell the truth. But see, it's too much pride out here. She stayed in the car with her kids until they froze, and then they said they died from carbon monoxide poisoning, which I still don't believe that either, because carbon monoxide don't discriminate. It kills everybody in the car. Only 2 kids passed. So my question is, were they already gone? Did you leave them 2 in the car? I mean, it's something more to this story, people. You can't keep pissing in folks' ear and telling them it's rain. You just can't. But if it get that bad in life, stop being too prideful to ask for help. When I ask you guys for help, it's because I really need help. I'm not Pastor Sapp. I'm not trying to drive no Bentley. I have been without a car since last July because my daughter friend blew my engine. I could have been there to GoFundMe. I have 60-some thousand subscribers. I know all of y'all don't be on here watching at once, and some of you don't watch at all no more. But I have enough subscribers to do a GoFundMe and to at least give me a vehicle. But I said, Lord, I don't want to ask people for their things because I know how hard life is. I know how it is to struggle. And the people that have it, they give. But that's why your testimony come in. You have to tell people your testimony. It's not begging. When I get my testimony, it's just my story. You can take it how you want. You can say, man, Nina's story's so sad, I'm going to help her. Or, girl, that girl is sitting there begging. I get this all the time too. You lying. Okay. Next. That's why I appreciate Kanique, Miss Janice, Miss Lorraine, TK, Goldie, several others that done blessed me. I don't know your names by heart. They just because of their time, they don't have to give me nothing. And did y'all see what I did for Miss Lorraine? I want to do it again for whoever else needs some help. Miss Lorraine always was giving me something. Always was blessing me. So when I notice, this is why you got to notice your friends. You got to pay attention to people. When they Behavior change. This even in relationships, y'all. When somebody change what they've been doing, you better take heed. Something going on. When Miss Lorraine stopped logging on, when Miss Lorraine started like barely saying anything, I was paying attention. I said, that's not like Miss Lorraine. Something going on with Miss Lorraine. And then I seen her here, it said something about Social Security or whatever. I said, I think it's finances. And she don't want to say nothing. So guess what I'm going to do? Even if I'm wrong, let's do a fundraiser for Miss Lorraine tonight. Let's just bless her at least tonight. And I gave Miss Lorraine, was it $300 or $400, Miss Lorraine, that night? And after I gave her the money, I noticed in the comments, people said, Nina, he go 100, you keep 50, give Miss Lorraine 50. I didn't even keep none. I gave it all to her. All the times you stuck by me, Miss Lorraine, when I had just started listening to me from a car. She used to listen to me from a car. She started with me on Facebook. So I appreciated her time. Then she became a mod. She started checking people. Y'all better push like. She started encouraging people to come to my channel. She started telling people about her girl. So anything I could do for her, I'm going to do it. Kanique calls me. Hey, what's up, girl? What you doing? You all right? You just need to talk. Sometimes I think she can peep when I'm a little discouraged. If you need to talk, just call me. But I'm an introvert. I know it don't seem like it. Sometimes I just hold it in and I just let God deal with it. I let God deal with it. Because I don't want to come off as these pastors. I done been on YouTube channels and they say, oh, y'all better pay y'all dues. Oh, y'all got me messed up. Y'all ain't paying y'all dues. I wouldn't dare do that. I'm like, pay your dues? To hear you talk? I can't. I just can't. But whatever you do, I appreciate it. For real. Yes, I'm in need. Yes, I'm in a bad situation. Yes, things keep happening to me and I don't understand why. The more I try, the harder I work, the more things is happening to me. But I'm like, well, maybe God just want me to give another testimony. I don't know. But hey, we shall see. You hear me? I don't know. But this your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman, Pastor Sapp. I wish no harm to come to you. If it's true that you have death threats, and I doubt it, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Out of all the stuff Pastor T.D. Jakes have done, I have yet to hear him say people coming after him to kill him because he was at the freak off. I mean, he hit TV. He hit national news, and he never said nobody trying to kill him. So you asking. We didn't say you beat nobody down with your Barbie socks on like Diddy. We say none of that. And they want to kill you. I haven't even heard nobody say they want to kill Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I have not yet heard somebody say, I'm going to kill Diddy for doing it to Cassie. So why they want to kill you, Pastor Sapp? Can somebody please answer that for me? I don't even hear people say they want to kill Oprah. They don't want to hear kill Clyde Davis. I don't hear nobody want to delete these people that's all over TV that has done the most. But as soon as you demand $40,000, people call you and say, you know Thursday is going down, Pastor. We gonna kill you for asking them people for their money. It don't make sense, Pastor Sapp. And if you're lying, you gotta face God for that lie. And I believe it's a lie. And I'm your girl from school. I'm just being real. I believe it's a lie. Because right after that lie, you brung up Belinda. And that's not good. You playing mind games with people. And once again, it's no different than me going in a bank, pow-powing, and then facing the judge, and the judge say, okay, go ahead and tell your side of the story. Well, you know my mama died. You know they took my money off the bank in March. You remember, I got the proof right here that they garnished my money. I was in the car because my ex-husband took everything from me. And I was homeless in the car. You know my baby daddy's dogged me, right? You know that. And people starting to give me death threats. Why they give you death? Because I robbed the bank. Now everybody want to kill me. Why they want to kill you? I don't know. I robbed the bank and everybody got to call me and say, they go pop on me. So, Your Honor, I really believe I need to walk. Because it ain't my fault. It's not my fault. It's society's fault that my life is messed up. It's society's fault that my baby daddy's dogged me. It's society's fault that I'm on Section 8 struggling. I wish I was on Section 8, but I ain't. It's not my fault that my parents died. I blame the universe. Yeah? The universe took my parents up out of here. Even though they was 80 and 82 years old, the universe did it. Because in the Bible, you know, Moses them lived to be hundreds and hundreds of years old. I don't think it's right. I actually getting discriminated against from Jesus, if you want me to be honest. He being discriminated to me. So I'm asking you and all the jurors to please have mercy on me because life just wasn't fair to me. Can I leave now? You see how ridiculous that sounds? Because I'm just a woman. I'm just a human being. That's why I just robbed a bank, because I'm just human. It don't work that way. You are accountable for your actions. The judge don't even want to hear that you was hungry. I was hungry, Your Honor. I ain't had no food. We gonna be like, okay, you should have went to work. You could have begged. You could have held up a sign. No, you went in the bank with a pawpaw. Now you got to go to jail. Now you won't be hungry or cold because your butt gonna be in jail. So guess what? I just helped you out. I just blessed you. Thank me later. Goodbye. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to be mean. Life do not stop and let you get on. Life do not stop and wait till you catch up. You got to keep on moving. You got to keep on going. Because life will not wait on nobody. The clock is still ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Y'all just spent an hour and something on here with me. That's an hour and something you won't get back. So I hope you got something out of it. And the reason I said that, and I'm going to go, a lot of you will waste your time on a podcast just to argue with somebody, just to talk about somebody. And you don't realize you just gave that person an hour of your life. And you think you're dogging them out. You just gave that person an hour of your life that you will never get back to say they stupid. But who actually the stupid one? You just lost an hour of your life of breathing. And I'm stupid? This your girl, Nina, from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I'll holler at y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.